Like many of you, I spent the holidays with my loved ones, my family, and we went to Australia. Let me tell you all about it, where we went, where we could have went, and what I think about the place. So first off, day one, we started off in the canopy. This was the only place that was open. We had other plans, but then it was after the holidays around December 27th, so a lot of the restaurants were closed, and Australia is known to be a laid-back country. The food there was good. We explored Hyde Park a little. It was very hot. We aren't that fond of nature, but if you are, I'm sure you'll enjoy that. So we went around in Haymarket, wherein we saw a line in the train station for Tea Shop Express, and we got our drinks. After that, it started to rain, so we didn't bring any umbrellas, which is one of the must-haves when traveling. We were stuck inside and had to wait it out. So inside here, there is also a city super. So day one is usually when people are tired from the flight. So our plan here was just to check in the hotel and then explore the hotel surroundings. By hotel surroundings, I mean we went a little more north, because there are a lot of buildings to see here. So this until this part, I think. So yeah, we just walked around there, just to get a little more exercise. Before going back to the hotel, we also went to see here Chinatown, Sydney. It is a very nice place. Since we also have a Chinatown back in our home country, we decided not to explore that much, but instead go to the next location, which is Darling Square, a beautiful shopping mall which has a few more Asian themed restaurants, but we wanted to see what they have here. It's a really nice building, as well as they have several things set up here where you can take your Instagram photos, like the ones I'm showing you right now. And finally, on our dinner, we went to a place called Chin Chin, a very good Asian fusion restaurant to end the day. The atmosphere was vibrant, colorful, with quirky wall art. First off, we have the sashimi and green papaya salad, both of which are very spicy. And then we also have the chicken. Actually, correction, all of these are very spicy, and the beer was really helpful to wash it all down, as well as their dessert, the apple pie. We are now at day number 2. We started our breakfast at the Walrus Cafe, CBD, Sydney. Breakfast was really heavy, but extremely creamy, filling, and savory, delicious. We went to the Victoria Shopping Center again because day 2 is shopping day. Here is Mecca. Mecca is very vibrant, colorful, so it's also a good place to take some pictures, some of which you will see in my Instagram. We walked around to their grocery and ate at their food court, a very beautiful food court in Westfields. This is called Sushi Hub, and it's a very light lunch. It's not as heavy as the breakfast. There are some performers on the street, and then here is some architecture, some more shopping to do. We basically explored the place to once, also in day 1, because the place is really big and you won't be able to explore it in half a day, honestly, which we only had in day 1. This Venchi, their chocolates, their sweets are very good, and they have different colors and different flavors, which I think you will enjoy as well. We got a bunch of chocolates, and we also tried their ice cream. So creamy. We didn't ride any train, but instead chose to walk all the way, taking in the atmosphere and the beautiful summer weather of Sydney, with 18 degrees to 25 degrees. Very warm. It's like you're in an air-conditioned room all the time. This is Regent Place, wherein they serve a lot of Asian, specifically Japanese food, which is really good, and we ended this day to eat at Tetsuya's. Very expensive, but if you are looking for something like a fine dining, flavorful food that are, those types that there are a lot of things happening in your mouth that you can't describe. It's like playing inside your mouth with different textures. This is, I think, a must try. It is very worth it. You can see the name of each dish that we tried. They gave us complimentary bread and truffle sauce as well as the cod with the soup. When you are eating this, it does not seem as much, but by the time you really end with this, it gets heavier and heavier. And when the night was done, we were extremely full, especially when we reached this Wagyu. I think I was almost at my fill, but my stomach was really getting used to eating healthier in smaller amounts than eating a lot of portions with full of carbs and sugar. So if you're that kind of person as well, I'm sure you will be able to enjoy this. The dessert was really my favorite. It was not too sweet. The textures are complete, and there is the crunchy, the sweetness, the creaminess. It's kind of hard to describe. It was really that good. Here is their train station. I just found it to be really good. It was at Museum Station. We used that to go to the grounds of Alexandria. And this is a popular Instagram spot wherein you can see the animal pen, you can see the fountain where we also took a picture, the garden barbecue, where you can order some food. It's like a food court with beautiful scenery all around. But instead, we chose to eat here at their restaurant. Here is the menu, and this is the back. You will have a lot of selection and will be able to enjoy this seated inside their restaurant, or maybe even have it to go, takeaway. Here is their cafe, which I find to be very unique. Here is my sister pouring it on top, which I think is a very relaxing thing to view. And more shots of the coffee. Really enjoyed this one. Here is the food. The food was really heavy and filling. You would, I think, get enough protein from this. And there is the shake. Very enjoyable if you like sweets. And you would need to keep those receipts wherever you ate within the area, because you would need it to enter this gingerbread house which they decorated during this time. I don't know if this will be available in 2024 and other years to come, but this was December 2023. Anyways, after that, we went to an outlet called Lululemon, and then we enjoyed our dinner at Yangsan Park Korean Barbecue. It was highly rated, and beside the Chinatown, since we were there early, there wasn't a lot of people. Here is the grill, this is the meat. It was marbled and it was really soft to eat. I really enjoyed this one, especially me myself loving barbecued meat. We also had some chicken. Perfect way to get those proteins in. If you like Korean food, Korean grill, this is one of those places. But they also have a lot of Korean grills which are good around the area. Just in case I'm going too fast, let me show you the itinerary. This is what I have prepared, and this is Sydney. So per day, we are supposed to go to one city. Day 1, we went to the hotel surroundings. Day 2, also shopping here in the area. Day 3 is Alexandria and Paddington. We did not go to Paddington during that day because a lot of the buildings, like the Green Square Library, where you can also take some pictures, which is also very nice, dubbed the winner of the world's best library in 2019. See the picture right here, but it was closed since the time that we went here. It was the holidays. A lot of these were closed, so we didn't bother to shop anymore, and we didn't go to the Paddington to shop some more probably, but instead we went back to our area here. And day 4, we are going to go to the Bangaroo and the rocks. So here right now we are having our breakfast at Belitri Dessert Cafe. They don't have any heavy meals like the previous days, but they have some bread and some coffee for us to get our day started. Bangaroo and the Rocks is also a popular tourist place. It is located here, and we started our day going here via train. And it's a lot different compared to the train stations at a third world country. So I was really fascinated by it. But if you go to Circular Quay, of course, this is a tourist destination. There is a lot of people. And by a lot, I mean a lot. Look at that. Lots of people going down. But anyways, the queue was also very fast. We got to Nurses Walk, where people also take Instagram photos if you're into that. There is a Rip Curl outlet, and there are a lot of sales here and the outlets. A lot of beautiful sights if you're into the scenery. And we decided just to walk around Bangaroo to cross towards the rocks. You get to see the bridge here below as well. We walked under the bridge when you are going to cross from this side, the rocks, to Bangaroo, because we have a dinner cruise planned here at the wharf. We ate at Woolloomooloo, also contemporarily Asian. We Asians love our Asian food. But yeah, I think that Australian food are too heavy for me and my tiny stomach. So yeah, we mostly went for Asian foods, but there are days that we went to try Australian food. So we got it sandwiched in between, which you will see later. A little different. This is their menu. If you want to pause the video, you may do so now. But we ordered a little of everything, some dim sum, large plates. And yeah, here is the place you can see, and this is, I forgot, but it was a soup and it was good. Some salad, some roast duck, and the rice that people mostly order. Their salads and greens are really fresh, as you can see right here. The ambience was perfect, and we also had the toilet stopover, which is good. Look, someone is writing on the sky. That's so sweet. Haha. I think it translates to "Will you marry me?" And that's, yeah, it's a sweet gesture. Anyways, now at Campbell's Cove, we went to Agrill Stairs, which is also a photo op spot. We went under the bridge, like I said, to Bangaroo, little suburb here. We're going around just to get to see the place. Got to see the tower here before we get to the wharf. It's a beautiful photo op place as well. Lots of scenery and lots of food as well. We got a little snack just to unwind and relax. You can see the sun was really shining during this day, which made the weather a little bit too hot. Here is some cauliflower to help us get our fill. You get to see some birds as well. And then here is more architecture. I filmed a lot of architecture during that day. I really enjoyed everything. Here is the wharf. Finally, we get here, but we learned that we had to show our online reservation there, get our ticket, and finally they allowed us to go inside and up these stairs. Yeah, there is not much people until later, but everyone gets to enjoy the food that they served here. It was a complete and filling dinner. To be exact, there is an appetizer, a main, and a dessert. You get to see other people riding their boats, the bridge, the Sydney Harbour, Opera House, and other boats that travel there as well. Here is the chicken that I'm having. Well, she is having, and here is the salmon that I'm having, but it doesn't matter. We get to share it. The fort is located here in the middle of the sea, and it's called Fort Denison. It's a ferry terminal. It's a former penal site and is now part of Sydney Harbour National Park. And went back to the wharf, but before that we get to see the bridge again. And there are people who sang, played some music, a very relaxing and enjoyable day. Here is the dessert. It's beautifully presented, but I think it's a little too sweet for me. I'm more into the Japanese desserts that have light sweetness. So yeah, this is modern part of Australia. We walked past here. I can't remember the exact location of this though, but it was beautiful to say the least. got down. We ended the day going home. Day number 5. Actually, it was a free day because it was the December 31st. A lot of places were closed, so we ate here at the Two Good Eggs Cafe. And their breakfast was the traditional fried breakfast with bacon, the toast, and some mushrooms and egg. We also had that with coffee. Went to explore some groceries. And if you travel a lot and have not experienced groceries, I think it's one of the places I would recommend for you to try, because you will get to see what they have as locals. You know, there are a lot of local products in supermarkets or grocery stores which are cheaper compared if you go to the actual tourist destinations. Yeah, if you're into food, go for it. Also, there is the Big W. Not much to see here. This is the Victoria Plaza and more street performers there. We went and watched the Hunger Games because we never got to watch that in our home country. We were too busy to book some tickets. So here it is. We're going up the cinemas and we got a gold class because it was the only cinema that was showing Hunger Games, the newest one, the Snakes and Ballads. You've probably noticed by now that I am filming every nook and cranny inside the cinemas. I was so fascinated with every single detail that I see that I was just happy, including this rainbow popcorn. Honestly, this popcorn was really sweet. We really needed to get our proteins in because we ended our dinner having another enjoyable, this time Japanese yakiniku with some seaweed rice, mushroom, and some egg. Now, we got some lights, RGB lights, and just enjoyed the Sydney New Year right at the comfort of our hotel room, matching the RGB lights with the program. We decided to go to Bondi Beach on the first day of January 2024 due to me thinking that, hey, maybe a lot of people celebrated the new year, so maybe they'll wake up a little later. So we went here to Bondi Beach. We weren't able to see the Iceberg Swimming Club, which, if you don't know, it's a beautiful place to take pictures or maybe even swim if you're into that. There is also some sculptures by the sea, lots more photo ops. But instead, we were hungry that day, so we just skipped all the photo ops and then went straight to what you're seeing now. It is called Bare Naked Bowls Bondi Beach. A really small cafe. It was full by the time we went there. If you're into nutrition and watch what you eat, you will absolutely love this place. They display everything from the carbs to the protein and to the fat. Took a walk around Bondi Beach. This here at the middle is the pavilion. And sometimes we don't follow the itinerary because we went here to the beach and then the pavilion and then finally to the outdoor gym just to take a few photos. Since it was still a holiday and a lot of these were still closed, we decided to ride a public transportation. Their bus was really good and on time. So we decided to ride that all the way here, the Gap, to take more photos. And don't get me wrong, it looks far and it probably is, but it only took us 30 minutes to get from the beach to here, the Gap Park. Took some selfies, some photos, most of which I won't be able to show now, but there is a long bridge that covers the rocks, so you won't be able to get to the cliff. This is the cover, and we were only there for a few minutes, probably 10. Most of the people went up and down the long steps, got to see more sceneries like a ladder probably, but we didn't do that. Instead, got on the bus, probably 15 to 20 minutes, stop right here at the lighthouse to get more photos together. I was with my sister and These are the photos. This is the video that I got on the way. We stopped by a grocery store again, Harry's Farm Markets. This is near Bondi Beach, and I really love how their veggies are so fresh and so big, as you can see right now. I don't really get to see produce as big as this back at home, but here is our dinner at Sake Street. They serve Japanese food, and it's a little light dinner to end the day. Small quiet place known for their edamame, if I pronounce that right, but yeah, it's really good. We got the cheese one, got some sushi. The sushi was it was nothing to write home about, but the scallops, really love their cheese. It was so creamy. I decided to dip some of my sushi there. This was the cheesy, creamy scallops. Love their seafood. Love their edamame. And finally, we get to day number. I lost count. Wait, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Day number 7. January 2nd, we were supposed to go to Chatswood, north of Sydney. We spent our breakfast at Chamomile. And let me tell you, you can't spend your day here without trying their Vietnamese coffee. The hot coffee, the one that is full of cream. And here is the cold brew, which will help refresh her mouth. This is the sandwich, which I found to be very enjoyable, but pretty common dish. We also get to go at the bottom of the Sydney Bridge via the public transportation of train to Chatswood. Went to Chatswood Interchange, and here is the area. A very nice place, a district hub, one of the business places of Sydney. And there isn't as much people as when we are near the town hall, so it was an enjoyable experience to shop as well. Made a little shopping here at Westfield. A lot of sale going on, Glassons and some of their brands, Cotton On, which is also, they say, famous in Australia, since a lot of people, especially during the summer, only wear shirts and shorts. Yeah, this is a sports place, hub, rebel, and this is what you will see inside a mall. Very refreshing, very relaxing, nice architecture. We ate at Heidi Lau. I just noticed that we ate at a lot of Asian restaurants, and that is because it is lighter, like I said, and it's really enjoyable. But yeah, there is the guy that is entertaining some kids. Got some spicy and then some pork broth, some dumplings, some veggies, everything to add to our soup. Really enjoyable, especially if you like soup. Got some beef and some lamb. I can still feel my mouth watering from just reading the lamb shoulder, and the marbled beef was really good, honestly. And by the time when we were finished, we were especially full. And this is the entertaining part. Look, everyone's happy with the robot going back after the waiter was able to serve the dishes. Look at it, so cute. Okay, here we are, still at Chatswood. We wanted to try their fish and chips, which was an Australian dish, but then on the way home, it was closed. So instead, we went back to Yakiniku Yokocho. Most of the Asian restaurants are opened. I think this was also the reason why we ate at a lot of Asian restaurants. Most of them open almost the same time as other restaurants, but they close late, probably 9 to 10 p.m. as opposed to the normal Australian closing time that is 7 p.m. This was already January 3rd, and we are at Potts Point and Woolloomooloo. If I pronounced that wrong, correct me please. But yeah, El Alamein fountain looks really good, as well as the gardens. But then, as usual, it was I think, closed. The fountain's not working, I think, or maybe there's an opening time. I don't really know. Still, relaxing nonetheless. Finally, we get to the Elizabeth Bay Cafe. They have some coffees and a healthy salad to start the day. Got some bread and poached eggs. Here is the Harry's Cafe de Wheels. And the story of it goes back to the Great Depression years of the 1930s. Harry Edwards used a small converted caravan to open a cafe near the front gates of the naval dockyard. The place is also named the best fast food way back in 2021. Here is the Finger Wharf. For 70 years, it mainly handled the export of wool, but also acted as a staging point for troop deployment in World War. But we are on our way to the well-known Royal Botanic Garden, which is now the oldest scientific institution in Australia. It's 30 hectares with over 3.5 million people who visit here every year. There are some unique and beautiful gardens to see. But we went here during lunchtime. It was around 12 noon, and it was extremely hot. The winds helped though, and we got some nice pictures in some of the places, and we got to explore a lot, especially this Alex. It's a modern glass and wood building for floral exhibitions with a huge green wall plus a cafe and a shop. Then we went to the Australian rainforest on our way back and visited this fernery. There is a nice bridge where you can take photos as well and explore more of the greeneries inside this garden. On our way back, we had to go down these steps because this was our only way home to ride the train and then back to our hotel area. But before that, we explored Forever New. Ladies, if you're into fashion, they sell really nice clothes here, but I'm small. Next day, and also our last day, we went to Glebe and Broadway. Started off with Single Old Surrey Hills. There are a lot of people here having takeaways, having their coffees to go, and they also have some dine-in, which you will have to line up and go to the other side of the coffee shop. But yeah, I really enjoy the food here. If you're a health conscious person, you might like what you're seeing also. This one here is banana bread with espresso butter, which is kind of different. Finally, we went to Broadway. Got to explore here the Century Park Mall, which is also an enjoyable mall and a unique mall. They have lots of sushi hubs and mochi, some Asian stalls. But yeah, I really love the architecture of every single building here. We went to explore Broadway, Sydney, as well as check out their food court, but we did not eat there. Instead, we went to Koi Dessert Bar. This is owned by a famous master chef. Their desserts were not too sweet and really not only pleasing to look at, but enjoyable to eat as well. We ended this day exploring the large Lego place, but our luggage was already full, so we didn't buy anything anymore, and thus ending our fourth and final day. Day 5, we just spent it on the airport, had some breakfast, and prepared to go back home to normal. And here I am posting YouTube videos again. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and yeah, I promise I'll also let you know of the places we didn't get to visit because there are some. This is the Powerhouse Museum and also the Maritime Museum. They have Sea Life Sydney Aquarium. If you have kids, you should take them here. And so Wildlife Sydney Zoo. I think this was all connected, as well as Madame Tussauds Sydney, some wax figures, if you're into that. Yeah. We didn't go there, as well as the Blue Mountains. Let me just type this real quick. Blue Mountains, Sydney. There is a lot of guides on the internet, but yeah, you get to see, explore this, and also the Three Sisters Mountain. So yeah, if you're into that and riding one of those things, especially if you have kids, I think this is more kid-friendly and enjoyable for them. Most of the places we didn't go to are the museums, and Park Luna Park is located here. Lots of people really take pictures outside, but we just went to the cruise and enjoyed the view from there. Yeah, this is the iconic face. If you're into art, there is also an art gallery, Australian Museum, the Jewish Museum, which has nice architecture as well. But we didn't bother since, yeah, most of the places that were there was closed during our trip. But yeah, we kind of enjoyed the nature more than the indoor place. There is also the White Rabbit Gallery at Broadway, if you're into that. And if you wanted to try something different, there is Kiss My Axe during the Alexandria Day, which you can explore. You can add this. You can just throw axes. Oh yeah, Elizabeth Bay House. We didn't get to go here. We were planning to on our Potts Point Day, but yeah, like I said, closed. You can take pictures here and enjoy a heritage house. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Music.